Oh, hey there, YouTube. Brimstone667 here. So, yeah, I just got back from, with my family, a very extensive trip. Went and took a family member, actually moved him out to Texas to get him out of the situation. So, yeah, so hauled up their stuff in their car, everything that they wanted to take with them into their car and our little car trailer. And, amazing trailer too. It's a 16-foot car trailer that I had actually gotten quite a few years ago, and I had ironically enough, a little short story on this trailer too, and then I'll put a picture in it, or at least what it used to look like, or well, when my brother and I fixed it up. But yeah, so there's this motor and tranny that I found on back at Craigslist days. You know, as a 350 with a 350 turbo, and he was asking like $250. Said that he did a quick rebuild on it. We all know how that goes on Craigslist rebuilds, don't we now? But for 250, bucks, I figured why not, So I went there and picked it up, and it was, it was the stereotypical Craigslist rebuild. Spray painted, all that, even the oil filter, spark plugs, all that bull stuff. Sorry. Caught myself there. But, Alright, anyway. But yeah, $250, whatever, I was figuring I could always rebuild it or whatnot, or, if the training was good, use it in another project. But then, so, about probably, maybe 6 months, 7 months later or so, I was looking up car trailers because I needed to get a bigger car trailer. Because, I didn't really have a car trailer at the time because my folks had one, but a friend of theirs borrowed it and wrecked it. And then, so we never got another one after that because Dad's like, why should I get one if all my friends are going to borrow it? And then, they don't pay me for it. And then the last one I did wrecked it. So why should I do that? And then at that time, me and him were just, working on stuff. We weren't really bringing stuff back that we couldn't drive anyway. And then, because, I miss him. Yeah. Anyway, though, but so on this trailer, so Craigslist again, but guys had on there because I was looking for car trailers. He's like, and it was a real low thing. He was asking like $500 for it. So then he's like, looking for trades, stuff like that. And so I'm like, I emailed him. And it's like, so what are you looking for in trades? He's like, oh, I'm looking for all kinds of things, Well, I'm like, well, how about I got this 350 engine that is going to need a rebuild, and the 350 transmission that I don't really know anything about. And he's like, well, send me some pictures, So I snapped a few pictures of them. And he's like, yeah, I'll trade you for that because I could rebuild that, no problem. I could do that easily, like within a day or whatever. He was a cool guy. He had a really nice shop though. When I went to go pick up the trailer, beautiful shop out in Oh No, Redding, of all places. Yeah, I don't know if he's still there though. There was a fire like last year or so. But hope he's okay. But yeah, so so traded for him, and then used it a lot, and then so a few years back, my brother and my sister and me decided that we were going to fix it up and stuff like that, and then give it to my mom for a Mother's Day gift because Dad had passed within that time, and so she was always using it the most, because I moved up here to McCloud, and then so she was using it the most for hay and appliances and all kinds of stuff. She just used the crud out of it. And since I was living in a trailer park, I couldn't use it. I was storing it at the ranch. So we fixed it up, and we painted her favorite color. You know, my brother, my sister, and I. And painted it purple, you know, and then Mom redid the deck because she didn't know that we were going to give it to her. And so, yeah, after we did all that, and we gave it to her, you know, Mother's Day gift. She loves it, you know. And we still use it to this day, actually, which, actually, that $250 trade trailer made it all the way to Texas and back without a hitch. The only thing that we've even had to do for it was she had to get a new hub on one of the wheels last year. And then that's pretty much it. Still has electric brakes that barely get used because, you know, we don't hook them up. Because we never have huge loads on it anyway. The largest load that we have had on it was a 1952 Power Wagon with a boom. It was an old mining truck. And I wish I had that truck. Gosh, I wish I had that truck. Fixed it up, and I ended up trading it for a 1950 Cadillac. That I wish I had that car too. That's actually that Caddy. It was an old cop car. Actually, it was fixed up for a guy in Folsom Prison. And yeah, so that car is actually in Rocky Point, Oregon. But yeah, so you know, sorry about all the rambling. This is just me talking about this trailer, and our Texas trip actually went off pretty smoothly, except for, you know, we lost my medications in Stratton, Oklahoma. No, not Oklahoma. Colorado, excuse me. Stratton, Colorado. Lost our bag of medicine because, you know, we were making up medicine for me there at the truck stop. And we forgot it on the back bumper. We didn't realize it until we got to Texas. But the day after we got to Texas, though, had a phone call from the night manager at that truck stop. And she's like, hey, I think we found your bag. And could you describe it? So we described it. And she's like, do you know the contents that was in it? It's like, yeah, you know, our savings that we had with us. And all our medication. And she's like, yep, this is definitely yours. So she's like, are you guys going to be coming out this way back soon? I'm like, and we're like, no, because we're going to be here in Texas for, you know, a week or so at least anyway, visiting family and stuff, which I got to see my daughter. And that's actually who we stayed with in Crowley. And so, yeah, she's like, well, I can just, you know, priority mail it to you. And it's like, oh, yeah, that'll work. So we ended up getting it Friday. You know, that was amazing. Like, everything was still in it. Thank you so much to those people that found it and the manager there at that truck stop. I can't remember the truck stop, and I'm sorry about that. But so yeah, so I figured, you know, at the end of this too, that I'm going to share pictures, because I didn't take any video or anything, because, you know, I didn't take any of my cameras or anything like that. I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this time, you know, just for myself and for my family, you know, not worry about anything, not worry about my back stuff going on, which, you know, that was interesting, we'll say that, because I can only drive, you know, a few hours at a time without it really starting to bind up on me. But yeah, so it's been fun with that. But yeah, so yeah, I snapped a few pictures anyway here and there, you know, nothing like huge slideshow or anything like that. But yeah, so I figured, you know, here's a few pictures that I wanted to share with you guys and gals. And you know, I'm just if you're still here, you know, with me after this, what, 9-10 minutes of me rambling about stuff, you know, and my trip and everything with family. I really appreciate all y'all out there, you know. I know I don't have a huge following yet. Maybe someday, we'll see. But I'm hoping this summer I'm going to actually get feed of me working on that Travco, you know, and doing some of my other projects, because I got a lot of stuff planned for this summer. Depending on my back, how it goes, it might be a little bit slower and stuff. But a lot of plans this summer. So anyway, I hope you like these pictures coming up. And yeah, so we'll see you on the next one. Bye.